Hey guys, Tomboy601, and guess what? Battlefront 2 got revealed yesterday. I was there in the audience watching it. It was amazing, so I guess I'll go ahead and run down the stuff I learned about and just share the hype. First off, yes, there was a big 40-minute panel yesterday at Star Wars Celebration here in Orlando, Florida. There was lots of news. First big thing, release is November 17th of this year, just before the Last Jedi movie. About a month beforehand, we're going to be getting, of course, Battlefront 2. Now, some of the big things. First off, a single player has been added. And one thing that they continued to use throughout the entire presentation was the idea of a hero's journey. Now, hero's journey, that's a pretty loaded phrase. If you've studied storytelling at all, of course, you've heard that phrase before. Joseph Campbell coined it. Pretty much Star Wars, the original movie, New Hope, and the rest of the movies are a hero's journey. It's specific steps someone has to go through, and if they adapted that to be the kind of guiding philosophy for Battlefront 2, I'm really pumped. Now, the single player is going to follow Iden Verso. She's the commander of Infernal Squad. They're pretty much an Imperial Special Forces unit, like the most badass of the badass Empire troops. Like they know how to be on the ground. They know how to fly starships. They are the complete package. It's who the little kids in the Empire look up and who they want to be. So that is who we're going to play as. If you want more backstory on Inferno Squadron before we get the game, they are releasing a book called Battlefront II Infernal Squad that you can pick up, and it's going to detail the coming togethers of Infernal Squad. So if you want some backstory on these individuals, you might want to pick that up. Anyways, the single-player campaign spans about 30 years. You do play as Iden Verso, a female commander. She's from Vardos. Her father is an Imperial admiral, and her mom is an artist who kind of did a lot of Imperial propaganda. And she grew up, they willingly took the Empire as, like, their leaders. They invited the Empire to rule them. So it's not a hostile occupation on her homeworld. So she's always grown up and seen the Empire as the good people. Of course, the campaign kicks off by watching the second Death Star blow up. You see the great leader of the Emperor dying, and now you want revenge for someone killing your leader. And that's what the story is going to be. Now, they did say that the story is going to span 30 years, so it's going to span from the original trilogy into the current one that we are sitting in now with the First Order. And you are going to come into contact with hero characters and be able to play as them. It looked like one of the characters you're going to come into contact with is Luke and also Kylo Ren, and you will get to play them. So you won't exclusively play as Iden Verso the entire time, but you will, I think the majority of the story will be through her eyes, and then you'll get supplemental levels as the hero characters. Now, that's one thing. Everyone quite enjoyed the single players, but what people stay for is the multiplayer. And yes, multiplayer is back, and all the eras are going to be represented in this. It's going to start off from the Republic, go through the Galactic Empire, and even into the First Order. Now, here's a little teaser image that we got of the clones on Camino with jump packs. Yes, I am so pumped. This got me so pumped. I pulled out my old Battlefront 2 copy, and I started playing it. I will be playing it on stream on Thursday if you guys want to join. Returning, we do have a 40-player maximum. Kind of disappointed there. It's not the 64 that we get when we play Battlefield, DICE's other major multiplayer shooter. However, something they did bring over from Battlefield, and something that is just amazing, and what the people who play DICE's game religiously have wanted, is the class-based multiplayer. The classes are back just like they were in Battlefront 2, the last Battlefront 2. They are back for this Battlefront 2. There will be 4 classes for infantry. You're going to have Officer, Assault, Heavy, and Specialist. I'll be going over in a different video what I think each of those things will be. I'll go ahead and leave a little annotation card thing you can click on if you come, and that video is already out. And they once again talked about the hero's journey here, and this time it being about how your character will grow through your progression. And from what they said, fully upgraded classes, both your gadgets you'll have a progression system with, your guns you'll have a progression system with, and in visuals you're going to have a progression system with, which this all sounds great and amazing. I'm super pumped. Additionally, vehicles will be returning in addition to space battles. Now the vehicles look like we will also be getting air vehicles for land battles. If we look at this little concept art right here, we have the old color Slave One chasing after a Jedi starfighter. That could be really cool. But from the website things, here is the description for those space battles. Weave between asteroids, fly across Imperial dockyards, and take down massive capital ships. Pilot renowned craft like the Millennium Falcon, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, and exciting dogfights with up to 24 players. Now, something that I did see is some other concept art, which makes me think we may also be getting that good old space battle mode back, where you get to land on the other ship and take out systems from within. If we look right here, you see that you have some stormtroopers running across the TIE Bay, and you can see the Rebel fleet out the window. So that could be really cool if you are able, if that mode returns from the old Battlefront 2. But even if not, if there's just different scenarios for this dogfighting mode, I think it could be really cool. Like if you just had a straight up team deathmatch mode where you would just kind of have fly between the asteroids. If in the Imperial dockyards, like there was something under construction and one team had to attack and the other had to defend, it was like an asymmetrical mode. And then the capital ship one would be two full-on assaults, kind of like that old mode. If they had that kind of depth for the space battles and that was 24 players, that could be really cool, and that would make me really excited for this upcoming game. Something else that they did say is that each of the vehicles will have specific classes and roles. We of course saw this back in Battlefront 2, the original from 2005, where we clearly had, we had the TIE Interceptor, and that was the fighter. We had the regular TIE, and that was the all-around one, and then we had the TIE Bomber, and that did bombing runs and ground support. I think that could be coming back, and I think saw how this system may play out in Battlefield 1. We see how they have kind of very specific loadouts and roles, where each of the loadouts is specialized for a certain role, and that kind of system may also be coming over. Now, finally, of course, the heroes are backed. Confirmed so far, we have Kylo Ren, Rey, Darth Maul, Yoda. They too are going to have upgrades. You are going to progress your heroes, is what they were saying on stage. So that should be very exciting. I don't really know how you're going to progress a hero, if you're going to get more powerful abilities if you use heroes more, which could be okay, or it could get into some weird territory where if one person like knows how to get a hero and that's all they play as, he might be super powerful as that one dude, and no one will be able to stop them. Like, especially if you have a game where you have people coming in, like it's one of those demo days, or it's Christmas and all the new people come in, that could feel a little unbalanced, but of course we'll have to wait and see. Now, the pre-order bonuses, I have to say, there was an audible boo from the audience when I was there over the pre-order bonuses. Now, if you pre-order the regular edition, you're just going to get exclusive outfits for Kylo and Rey that are pulled from the new movie, which that's not too bad. And then they also have a deluxe edition. Now, the deluxe edition includes a couple of things. One, you get access to play Star Wars Battlefront 2 on November 14th. That's 3 days ahead. Upgrade version of all 4 of the trooper classes, so Officer, Assault, Heavy, and Specialist. 4 epic ability upgrades, 1 for each trooper class. Instant weapon unlocks and weapon modifications for each trooper class. Exclusive Kylo Ren and Rey themed looks from The Last Jedi. Epic ability modifiers for Kylo Ren and Rey, and an epic ability modifier for the Millennium Falcon. Now, something that I noticed when I was in there is the word epic. Now, epic tends to be associated with more loot-based systems, and that might be what's coming to Battlefront 2, is a loot-based system. Something that gives credence to that is also they have announced that there will be no season pass for this. So maybe they realized, hey, this season pass system that separates the audience isn't that great. Maybe we should continue just supporting it, and then we'll put out these loot crates, and if people want to buy the loot crates, that's how they'll support the game financially. They've probably seen that you know, Call of Duty, that's their revenue stream, though. They have both, but they make more money from loot crates than they do from their map packs. Additionally, that's how Overwatch is working. That's how Rainbow Six Siege is working. They've kind of troubled with that. They've kind of tinkered with that with Battlefield 1, where they do have purchasable loot crates and their premium system, and I think they're not seeing the return on investment that they want from Battlefield 1, so I think they're willing to try this other system of loot crate funding the game, which I have no qualms with. I think that is a great idea, and I look forward to it because that works in favor for the consumer, which, you know, is awesome. So yeah, guys, that is everything for the Battlefront 2 reveal. Guys, I hope you like this video. Stay tuned to this channel if you want to see more Battlefront stuff. I'm super pumped for this. Guys, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Hit that subscribe button. See ya.